Hey, what's going on, y'all? Now, today's video, it's a bit of a follow-up to my last video, where I spoke on being able to learn from losses, being able to learn from the L's that you take in life, and use what you learn from that to succeed. In this one, I kind of like to hit the opposite point. Where in that video I was talking about the positive aspects, how you can learn from your failures. In this one, I'd like to talk about how fearing to fail at all can hinder you from succeeding in general. So, this video today is titled, Don't Be Afraid of Failure. I think it's very important that in life we lose our fear of failure, of failing. Because, as the quote goes, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. It's fearing to fail. It's fearing to fail that prevents you from ever getting started. And if you never get started, how are you ever going to win? How are you ever going to make it? Every genius, every single person that ever learned something in life, they had to fail first before they ever figured out how to make it happen. Before they ever figured out how to make it work. They had to experiment some. Imagine if the greatest scientists never experimented. If they were just too afraid to fail at what they were doing and never experimented. We wouldn't have none of the technology, none of the incredible advances that we have today without those individuals pushing past their fear of making a mistake, of doing something wrong, and just giving it a shot, being willing to experiment. But this goes for more practical applications, like in general. For example, let's say, just using some sports here, because again, 100% of the shots you don't take. Just go straight to basketball. End game shot. You're looking at that basket, ready to put the ball in there. You got 5 seconds on the clock. It's either you shoot that motherfucker and get that thing in there, or you hold on to it. Maybe pass it to someone else because you're too afraid of failing. If you don't take the shot, it'll be the exact same as if you took the shot and missed it. In fact, if you take the shot and miss it, at least you decided to go for it. At least you put in the effort to try. If you decide, well, pass it to someone else and suddenly they're not open enough to take the shot, pass your problem on to someone else, it's like, because you feared to fail, you didn't make it. You let the team down. Through fearing to fail, you prevented the whole team from succeeding. It can be that simple. Whereas if you just took the shot, if you just gave it a shot, there's a higher chance that you'd make that shot if you took it. Again, like it's a 0% chance if you don't shoot. So if you just go as far as to take the shot, you've upped your chances of succeeding. Something a little more practical. Let's say you would like a promotion at a job. You're trying to level up. You feel like you've been putting in the work, putting in the time. You're like, you know what? Maybe I should ask my boss for a promotion. Let's say you feel like that, and then suddenly that fear takes hold of your heart. You're like, but I want to ruin my position, and it might ruin relations at work, and if I go for this, it might not work out. He'd probably say no, so it's not even worth my time. Why would I even do that? If you decided to pull back from your stance and like, I'm not even gonna ask, not even gonna try for it, you're never gonna get it. And if you're comfortable accepting that never gonna happen, alright. But remember, that's stagnation. And what stagnates rots. And what rots decays. You will waste away at that position you're at. Over time, you'll just start decaying, decomposing, breaking down. Because you're not going up, you're not going anywhere. Again, what stagnates rots. And what rots decays. And you don't want to decay in life. That is the worst case scenario. And so your fear of going forward, of trying for something more, might be what causes you to start breaking down. So it's like this can be a worse outcome than just simply not going up, You could start breaking down, start going backwards, start decaying, because you have too much fear of going forward, of trying to succeed, of trying to achieve something more for yourself. So don't fear failure. You have to be able to push past that fear if you ever want to achieve something more in life. Be that the winning shot to a game, be that a promotion, be that, let's say, starting a YouTube channel. Maybe you've got a lot of ideas, a lot of wisdom in your head that you would like to push forward and get out there to people, but you're afraid. You're afraid that the videos won't catch on, or you're afraid that people won't have a nice or a positive reception to what you put out. You have to push past that. You have to go for it, because you don't know how much you could succeed, how much you could achieve if you just tried, if you just were willing to make some mistakes and learn the ropes and just give it a shot. Because if you don't, you're never going to succeed. At least not in that endeavor. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So get out there and shoot some shots, my friends. Who knows? You might just succeed. Alright. Take care, y'all. Peace.